focus of this exercise is really to try and lock in with the metronome. And the metronome, if you think about it, while it's a click, it's just a click, a beat. It never goes out of time. It's a machine. But really what it's doing is simulating what it's like to play with other musicians. So you can imagine a drummer beating out that drum beat. You can imagine a bass player, another guitar player, a singer, other musicians. And really what we have to develop, the skill we have to develop as musicians, is the ability to be able to play what we have to play, to do it as accurately as we can, but also to lock in with the other musicians that we're playing with. So we're really having to split our focus and our concentration. And that's something that we can practice using the metronome. So don't get too caught up and think, well, that's only a click track. There's nothing very musical in it. You know, our brain doesn't really recognize the difference. It hears a sound, and we're either repelled by the sound or we're drawn towards it. And we have to learn to be able to deal with that. And the exercise we're going to do is we're going to use a 4/4 time. So that's 4 beats in the bar. We're going to use 65 beats per minute on the metronome, and we are going to use our chord progression G to C and split that over 3 different exercises. And that's at 65 beats per minute. And we have a G chord and a C chord. So that's going to be our chord progression. We're simply moving from the G to C. And what we'll be doing is we'll be playing the G chord over the 4 beats of the bar. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to C, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to count myself in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in on the 1. And remember, this first exercise, I'm just going to strum down 1 strum over the 4 beats of the bar, both in G and C. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, if I shift to this angle where you can see both my strumming hand and my fretting hand, I'll go again with this first part of this exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically that's 1 strum over the whole bar. Second part of the exercise, I'm going to play 2 strums both in my G major and my C major chord. Okay, and that will go something like this. So we'll take a practice run at it just in this position. You can see my chords, the G, and again the count in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you see that from my strumming hand position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see both my strumming and fretting hands together. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the last exercise, we will do a downward strum, 65 beats per minute. And remember, we're going to do downward strums, 4 strums on each chord. So it's each beat of the bar, we're strumming a chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the metronome, a simple little tool that we can incorporate within our practice. And that can be used, and with my guitar students, I'll introduce this at the very beginning of your journey on guitar, because I think simply go into Google and type metronome. You can get, there's lots of different really cool metronome apps, but this is a simple way. You don't have to download anything, you can just access it just anytime, anywhere.